Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Thursday. So I finished up arms today. It was arms and core burn. I went to 4:30 with Anna. Great class, by the way, girl. I want to talk about time under tension. I was feeling like when I was getting lazy, and it's funny to be on the floor as a client, not as a trainer, because you can see like different angles and you can see what people are doing and what people are struggling with. And I also want to talk about home workouts because all of us are at home a lot of the times. And I love the idea of having equipment at home. We never know when there's going to be another global pandemic. And also it's great to train whenever you can't get out of the house or you miss a scheduled workout time, whatever, at your local gym. And it's great to have stuff to do. So I want to give you guys some ideas and talk about bands in strength training. So like, take a look at this. When I have it on both ends of this far big loop band, I can do a band dislocate. I can do a pull apart with pretty much minimal tension. This is nothing, this pull apart, this dislocate. This is more of a mobility exercise than anything. But like what happens whenever I grip it from about shoulder width apart, all of a sudden that pull apart, okay, nope, can't do it, right? That dislocate, I don't have that mobility, I don't have that strength in that position because this is different tension. When you're looking at a dumbbell or a kettlebell, a dumbbell is dead weight. It's literally just weight. There's no progressive resistance. This gets tighter as I pull, and it has its maximum contraction at a different point. So if I'm doing a banded curl, I've got it like under my foot and I'm curling that guy out, curl, 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 tension here, there's still tension, there's still tension, there's still tension, there's still tension. Even here, if I have it tight enough, there's still tension at the stretch position, which is the most difficult position for the lift. So if I'm standing and curling, and let's just say I'm gonna plant both feet so I have more resistance, this is a pretty light band, but I'm curling, I'm already feeling resistance here. At your bicep curl with weights, even if you're packing some heavy ass weights, like here's some, what is this? A 25-pound dumbbell. When I curl this from this position, nothing. Now there's some, that's your maximum, and then it goes dead. Right here, I could hang here all day. Like I'd be bored, it wouldn't be comfortable, but here's the thing is progressive resistance. So at the top of a banded curl, that's the most difficult point. So why don't we combine that, or why don't we include that more in our training? You should. So you loop that band through that dumbbell, and now get some tension on that band. Curl, curl, curl. Oh my God, oh my God. Okay, so it's a little heavy for me. But the 25 is obviously a little bit heavy, but plus the band, this goes from 25 pounds of resistance to something like 35. Not to mention, it's not measurable by weight as much as tension. So the bottom, you're still working. You still have that. So can you get strong with bands? Yes. In fact, I think you could get stronger with bands than just with dumbbells alone. And I really do think that you're doing yourself a disservice by not including them in your training. I'd love to combine them even more, like even stuff for your chest. Like let's just say you are really big on cable crossovers. You want that adduction, especially for like bodybuilders and stuff. Whoa, what do? Take that band, turn that into an X, loop it through your shoulders. I'm gonna have to do it more actually. Loop it through twice. And then I put this through my shoulders, and you can actually get a pretty good contraction across the chest. Boom. And I've seen, who does this? Jeff Cavalier does his version of this, where he's got him crossed over somehow, some way, and he's actually crossing tension across the chest every time. I'll have to look at it again. But what I'm saying is, time under tension is super freaking important, and it's in every single exercise. I can't think of one where it's not existent upon. You've got lat pull over, lat pull down. Every exercise has a start and a finish. So you start your bicep curl here, your finish is here. Where's the hardest point? Right here at your isometric, right, where it's in a pretty good contraction. That's where you're at your, like if you flex, it'd be at that middle position. You don't flex down here. And then it's also difficult at your stretch, at your straight arm, all the way out. Just like for triceps, when you're overhead, all the way here, that stretch, that's when that tricep is like, help, because it's at its stretch position. Here is your biggest flexing. When you flex your tricep, you flex straight arm. Same thing with quads, right? Can you work your quads in a shortened lever position? Yeah, and you should be mobilizing in a short lever position with the knee bent instead of the leg straight. We always foam roll with our leg straight. Bend that knee on that foam roller, you will hit the quad in such a different way. So time under tension is really important when it comes to muscle growth. If you are looking to build muscle, or you are building muscle and you're hitting a plateau, or you're at home and you don't have a ton of weights, bands They are cheap as hell. This, I bought a pack from Rubber Bandits, which is like one of the best brands for bands imaginable that I know. And I bought the pack from the smallest band to the biggest, and I think it was like $100 for all of them. Right now, 25-pound dumbbells are going for $100, dude. So get some freaking bands and get some time and attention, because this will increase. And not to mention, you can use it for mobility, shoulders dislocates, which you should be doing all the time, band pull aparts, which you should be doing as a warm up before you do chest press or shoulder work. You can attach this to a surface like around a table, like a pull up bar, and work on external rotations. You can do high pulls, you can do rotational work, you can do explosive core work. You need this kind of stuff. Like, you need time under tension. It's super important. And if you're not including it, and that doesn't just mean banded work, I'm talking about working in the contracted position. You should be doing isometric. You should be holding bicep curls. You should try to get that stretch reflex. Who says you need to be doing triceps right here all the time? When I do skull crushers and I'm laying down, I throw my elbows back here, and then I go, so yeah, I got some lat activation, but guess what's doing the carrying? My muscle connection. Boom. That tricep, instead of being here where it can relax, it's tense the whole time, because I never, ever give it a break. It's constantly having to hold weight. So you include some bands with that. You go from having a repertoire of maybe 30 exercises total, maybe more honestly, to over 100 when it comes to banded work. You can't get the kind of explosive power with the dumbbell that you would with a band for core work. You can't get the same contractions and work that you get for the chest like you would, or the triceps like you would, without a band or cables. And most of us don't have $2,500 and a ton of time to build a freaking cable machine. I just built one, lat pull down low row, and it took like 6 hours in the help of my girlfriend, 2 people on the phone, and a lot of tears. So, and a ton of equipment, like a ton of like wrenches and 9 different Allen wrench sizes and all the stuff. So what I'm saying is, bands are great. They're a great investment that you should make in yourself. Because when we're talking about fitness and the cost of a gym membership or nutritional supplements or whatever, it's a financial, mental, emotional, and time commitment. Can you emotionally check in with yourself every time to get that workout done? Can you physically commit to the time, mentally commit to that time? Are you going to make the time for your workout and spend the money? Like this, once you start looking at the costs of things, you have to say, is this something I care about? Is my health a priority? If the answer is yes, you need to get yourself some home equipment like bands. This is killer to help your mobility, help your hamstrings. You should be stretching your hamstrings with a band, not just bending over and touching your toes all the time. You should be working with hip mobility with bands, and shoulder mobility and shoulder warm-up. Don't forget about the benefit of this incredible tool.